I've got 3 more things that we did to make our last affiliate promotion our best affiliate promotion ever. You want to know what we did? Then listen up, because this episode shares all the secrets. Welcome to the Affiliate Guy podcast. If you want to grow your income, serve your tribe, and enjoy all the benefits of affiliate marketing and having your own affiliates, you're in the right place. Thanks for joining me today. Now let's get started. Hey, what's up? And welcome back to our second part of our recap of our best affiliate promotion ever. Now, in the last episode, I shared how, it was part of Stu McLaren's tribe promotion. His launch did over $5 million. We were one of the top 10 affiliates. It is like the hardest leaderboard to crack in all of internet marketing. I'm not exaggerating. And we set a goal, finish top 10, and we did. We made the most money that we've ever made on an affiliate promotion. We had the most impact. We had people ready to go. And we shared some of those first few reasons of how we did it. What made this our best promotion ever? And today I've got part 2 of that. So if you remember from the last episode, if you haven't listened to that, go back and listen to it. Remember, this is a Facebook Live we did. Mark and I did this together, and we just recapped everything we did in that affiliate promotion and what made it our best affiliate promotion ever. So if you missed that, make sure you go back and listen to it. And gosh, what else can I say about this? It's just amazing. Like, I'm so excited to share this stuff. All right. Also, before I forget, make sure to go to noproductnoproblem.com/workshop. If you are listening to this, like the day that the episode goes live, the workshop starts tomorrow. Our No Product, No Problem workshop, our once a year workshop, the best affiliate training out there. It starts tomorrow and it's free. So go sign up, noproductnoproblem.com/workshop. If you go after it starts May 29th, you'll just get right in. But if you're signing up today or before we start at 8 a.m. on May 29th, then you'll save your seat so you don't miss out. With that, let's cut to part 2 of our recap of our best affiliate promotion ever. We talked about interviewing Stu. That was huge. Picking the right program, positioning ourselves as the Sherpa. And then the 4th thing that we did that made this literally our best affiliate promotion ever is we gave them insider access, meaning them being our audience. We gave our audience insider access into the course. We actually showed them inside the course by doing a very detailed product review. The cool thing about this is it takes away that layer that a lot of people feel, especially with online courses. Is this really going to be what you're saying it's going to be there, Stu? And having that third party, me, saying, actually, here, just take a look inside and, take a look inside the course. Take a look inside and see, okay, here's module 1, here's module 2, here's what's going on, here's what he teaches, et cetera, was super, super powerful. It's always worked for us, but it worked even more so with Tribe, just giving our audience that look inside. And they realized how in-depth it is, but also how organized it is so that, it's not overwhelming. That was huge.
Well, and part of that too is I think as you do that, you have to make sure that it's an honest assessment too. I mean, one of the things that we always try to do is to look at it and say, okay, what might not be good or who might not this work for?
We do, yeah.
You've talked a lot of times, Matt, about different times where somebody's asked you about a program, and after talking to him, you say, no, this isn't right for you. Like, you shouldn't buy this. Like, don't buy it. It's not the right time.
Yeah.
Or it's not
I remember a very specific conversation with somebody last year. I won't mention Gwen's name, but and she said, "Do I need this?" And she's like, "I'm ready to buy," which of course means we're going to make a substantial amount of money. I don't know if you guys picked up on this. It's never about that. I mean, that's a great side benefit, but number 1, don't promote crap. Number 1 is serve your audience. The money will come, I promise you. And yeah, that's easier to say now than it was 7 years ago. Don't get me wrong, but it is true. It's been true from the beginning. And I said, no, It's not for you. It literally is just not for you. I had a phone call last week with a lady that was interested in our 7-figure affiliate accelerator. And if you guys want to check that out, Mark can drop the link. But yeah, same thing. She explained her situation, and it's a $10,000 program. It's a lot of money. And I said, no, this is just not. You're not ready for this yet. It's just not for you. Because you've got other stuff going on. We've had people. I stumbled across this video. I was looking through some of our old YouTube videos the other day of trying to find one specifically to post to Facebook. And the video was something like, I shot it specifically for people who were interested in No Product, No Problem. But they were like, man, I've got 7 other courses that I'm ready to go through. And I said, here's the deal. Don't buy my course. You've got 7 courses that you haven't even finished. Like, I get that maybe 1 or 2 of them suck. That's entirely possible. But pick the other ones. Go through the foundational courses first. Go through at least one. Implement what you've learned.
Mm-hmm.
Apply it. Do something with it. Then buy my course. And I told them, I'll make you a deal. And we had a couple people take us up on this. I said, I'll make you a deal. We do close registration. We have a hard deadline. But if you email me and explain to me this one thing, this one exception, this is literally the only exception. This is literally the only exception. You tell me, Matt, I've got 3 or more courses that I'm going through. I'm overwhelmed. I need to get through a couple, of them. May I have an extension? And we have a defined period of time. It's not an indefinite extension, because if it were indefinite, we'll just join next year, But if you will do the work and go through that other course and show me that you've put in the effort and implemented, some things from it, then I will let you in. That is the only exception that we have. And I did that because I don't want people to just buy our course and then let it sit there and gather digital dust. That's not why I'm in business. It's not why we do what we do. We want them to purchase the course and immediately start taking action on it. And so we told them, don't buy the course. And the same thing is true with that review. We say, hey, if you are, Stu said this multiple times. If you're going to have to, if there's a difference between purchasing this course and like paying for your kids to eat, please do not purchase this course. Like, there are better ways right now to get the money, part-time jobs, et cetera, and then next year, save up, and next year you can buy the course. We specifically said, if you're, if the type of membership site you're looking to build is more of like a mastermind and it's $1,000 plus a month, this isn't really what Tribe does. Tribe is more about recurring revenue. It might be $100 or $200 a month, but it's not, thousands of dollars a month type memberships. If you don't believe the membership model could work, this isn't for you, clearly. If you're not willing to put in the effort, because there is effort that you have to put in. If you think this is like you spend 4 hours one day a year and you create all the content and then you're done, he has a pretty good system for teaching you how to get it done in about 6 days. I think it'll be half a day, and so we just said, hey, this is not for you if you fall into these categories. And the cool thing about it is you're almost implying, I never thought about this until now, I think. Maybe I did before. This isn't the reason why you do that, but it's almost as though you're implying when you say it's not for you if you don't fit any of those, it is for you. And most people will fit those criteria and they will read it and go, wow, none of those apply to me. This course is for me. This product is for me. And they will click and they will buy. So kind of cool how that works. I never thought about that until now.
It's very true. I loved, I don't know if you saw, I put it on the screen there for a second, Matt, but
Yeah,
Nicole's comment.
I did.
It's super awesome. Thank you, Nicole, for mentioning that. I mean, that's to us, that's number one. Like you said, that's most important. And that's what I appreciate, about working with you, Matt, and what we do, because it really is, we're trying to help people. And sometimes that's an affiliate course that we're promoting.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's not. And either way is cool. Like, that's fine. It's no big deal.
It's kind of like if somebody came, if you're in, like, say, in the health and fitness niche and you really are focused on teaching, um, beginner people, how to just get in shape, and somebody comes to you and says, I want to be in the Olympics, you would be doing them a disservice. You said, I can help you, more than likely. That's not your jam. So what do? You say, I know a coach and I'm going to introduce you to him. And maybe you have a relationship with that coach whereby, everybody you refer to him, he gives you, 5% of what they spend with him. That's cool. I have a guy that I refer for, literally he helps people like put their course together. And it's for it's for people who can afford to spend $50,000 for this service. And, a couple times I've referred people to him, and then, 2 months later I get a PayPal deposit for $5,000. It's like, sweet. That's not why I referred them to him. I can help them with the course, but I'm not as good as this guy at coaching people how to put together a course, giving him a step-by-step plan, and B, I would charge him more. So, it's just easier for me to say, you go talk to him, you're going to get better results from him. And I think that's what we always want to do, that if there is somebody out there that you honestly feel like, especially if it's not in your lane, you've got your courses that are in your lane, and then there's all these other things that they could need. That's what affiliate marketing is all about. Referring them to other people, being that Sherpa.
Yeah.
So far we talked about our best affiliate promotion ever. If you're just joining us, we covered interviewing Stu, how that warmed up our audience, talked about picking the right program, positioning ourselves as the Sherpa. Yes, presenting ourselves as a 5'2" Tibetan man who climbs mountains, and giving them that insider access. Now, the Sherpa thing was totally different. So if you missed that, you got to go back and watch the replay when we're done. And then the fifth thing we did was some targeted Facebook ads, and we were really hyper targeted this time. We focused more on it than we have previously, and that's one of the reasons it did so well. And one of the things is we just forget to do this, quite frankly, a lot, is we gave them our pixel. And so that allowed us to get really targeted with our ads. And so just ask the affiliate manager, ask the person who's running the promotion, hey, can I give you my Facebook pixel? And then you want to retarget people who are, maybe they hit the opt-in page, but they didn't opt in for the free workshop. You want to hit people who hit the sales page but don't buy, when the cart's closing, and run ads to those folks. You want to, and then of course you don't want to be targeting people who've already purchased or already opted in. And so you can only do that if you give them the pixel. You want to target people who maybe have opted in to one thing, but they haven't maybe gone to the webinar yet. And so we just really want to get focused on those Facebook ads. It's just a very powerful tool. So my recommendation, if you're looking for how to run Facebook ads, do what we do. Go opt into stuff and then copy what other people are doing, or be inspired by what other people are doing is probably a better, a better phrase. As I always say, because I invented this quote, good artists copy, great artists steal. You can Google that and you'll find out that I invented that quote. I was the first person ever to say those words. And it may have been some guy named Pablo Picasso too, but I say it now. So you get where I'm going with that. Hopefully you do. Anyway, copy what they're doing and be inspired by what other people are doing. We did that in this promotion. We saw an ad at Jill and Josh Stanton were running. And I love that you put dash Matt McWilliams. Well done. Well done. Well done, chap. Well done. I'm going to start calling people chap, by the way. I've been rewatching Downton Abbey right now. So I'm going to call people chap. I think it's just a great word. where's I going with that? Oh yeah, Facebook ad.
Sorry.
We saw this ad from Jill and Josh Stanton, and it was just a great ad. It was like, hey, we saw that you like were interested in this, but you didn't opt in. What's wrong? And then I'll give Stu credit. They had a great retargeting ad. I never saw it except for the fact that Dave Gambrell mentioned it and sent it to us. Hi, Dave. I saw that you were on earlier, reacted earlier. So hopefully you'll see this. But thank you, because it was Stu holding a balloon, and he's like, hey, we saw that you visited, you were like, you visited, I didn't say sales page, but whatever. We saw that you visited the page for Tribe, and lets the balloon go, but you didn't join. What's up with that? And then boom, boom, Tribe, registration closes. Great retargeting ad.
He actually,
like 20 seconds long. And you can go create that same ad yourself and just kind of like, point is, go opt in for stuff, visit pages, but don't do stuff. And then just start doing stuff on the internet and then watch your Facebook feed and see what happens and start learning from it.
He did I actually just listened to it. Stu did a podcast episode about when they first did that last year.
Yeah.
And he said, what did he say? They spent like $30 and
it was like $70 and they returned like 70,000.
Yeah.
It was like 1,000%, no, a 10,000% ROI on their ads.
So let's
targeted audience, of course, but
let's talk about ads a little bit, Matt, because I know that I feel this way sometimes. And I think I probably have a better grasp on Facebook ads than most people.
You do. Probably
I
don't. The 99
feel like I do.
The population, yeah.
So, you talked about a million different things you could do. If you were only to do one Facebook ad for a promotion, what would you do? Who would you target? What would be the number one thing you would do?
Ad, I would, if I can only do one, I would probably retarget opt-ins for the sales. If I could only run one, I would target people who opted in. So we would take literally the list of opt-ins, whatever, we'll just pick around 500 people that have opted in. Now, here's the thing about uploading email addresses to Facebook. My Facebook email address is not the same one I use to opt into most stuff.
Right.
99% of the time it's not.
So you'll miss some of those people.
Now, that's actually going to change, because one of the things I realized is I actually do want to get retargeted on Facebook. Why? And this is a mindset shift. Mark and I, you and I we've talked about this so much about the mindset shift you've got to make from I'm a consumer and privacy and blah, blah, blah to no. You're a marketer and you need to study this stuff. So you need to think, how can I get retargeted? Yep. I want to be retargeted because I want to see exactly what they're doing. And that's a mindset shift that you have to make as a marketer. And so that will change, but your audience may not think like that, of course. So let's pretend that they have a different email address. You upload a list of 500 opt-ins, you may only be able to retarget 365 of them. Okay.
That's the percentage I've seen.
About 70%?
60 to 70%. Yeah.
But it's 60 to 70% of something rather than 100% of nothing. So you upload that list and you target them to sell. If I could only run one Facebook ad. Now, if I could only run one Facebook ad that wasn't, like super ridiculously hyper targeted to, to getting people to buy, people who've already opted in, the ad I would run would be the very front end of a funnel. So I would get them into Stu's workshop, or I would get them into the first video in a video series. I would get them to a webinar. And what I would target from that is a lookalike audience of my opt-ins. So I would mail my list, get even just 50 opt-ins, just 50, even 25, something like that. And then I would target a lookalike audience of that. And the cool thing about it is now that lookalike audience grows. And one of the things that you're doing, that we're learning, Mark, is you're training your pixel. Mm-hmm. You're training your Facebook pixel. I believe, like so many other people believe, that we're entering an age, I don't know the exact timeline, a year, maybe 4 years, maybe 6 months, possibly, where we will not be able to be as hyper targeted with our Facebook ads on the front end. So who's going to win? People who right now are hyper targeting because they can pick, people who live here, who do this, who do this. Actually the live here part, I think they'll probably be, I don't think that's a privacy thing. I think they'll be able to allow that forever. But, things like what are they interested in and who do they follow? You may not be able to target that in 6 months to 4 years, but you can right now. And right now that pixel's getting trained. And so let's just say that Facebook flips the switch in a year and says you can no longer target based on these things. That means you have to run ads to everyone. You want to target people in the United States. That means you're targeting 280 million users. Yippee! That's targeted. Who do you think is going to win? Procter and Gamble or you?
Yeah.
It's going to be P&G. And actually, it's going to be the guy that's tiny who right now only targets 700,000 people, and he's still going to be able to target the same 700,000 people because his pixel's trained. And Facebook knows these are the 700,000 people to target. So train your pixel, get that pixel trained, and then there's some intuition. Who would I target? Well, people who clicked on, maybe opted into this other affiliate promotion that we did that's similar in nature. And I'll create a lookalike audience based on that, plus, the audience that opted into this and get them in on the front end of that funnel. That would be the other ad I would run, but mainly retargeting.
I think along those same lines and kind of tying some of the other stuff we've talked about together is, things like, and this is something Stu's taught publicly as far as what they do leading up to the launch.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually said this is why his first launch with no list was so successful. I mean, things like when we did a Facebook Live with Stu, creating an audience of the people that watch 50 or 75% of that video.
Yeah.
And then a lookalike off of that. So if you leading up to a launch, do 2 or 3 targeted Facebook Lives or videos that are about whatever that topic's going to be, and you kind of drop hints and those kinds of things, you can start to capture the people watching it that are interested, because the people that aren't interested will stop watching after 20% or 30%. The people that watch all the way through, that's a pretty dang targeted list that you could use. So I know we did that a tiny bit with the Facebook Live. We probably should have done it more.
We should have. That was one of the things we could have done better.
So, I mean, that's something you can do as well. But I mean, getting to that, I guess it wasn't so much, the reason I asked that question wasn't so much you can only run one ad, but I know how Facebook ads get. And I know that some of you watching are going to say, that's so dang confusing and I don't know what to do. So don't get so caught up in, doing 7 different retargeting things and retargeting opt-ins to this or this to webinars. Do one, just do one. Just say, I'm gonna do some ads for this. I've determined that I can spend this much money, and that's what you do, and you just slowly learn it. And that's kind of where I've got. I still don't feel like I know Facebook ads very well, but I do know that I know it a lot better than most people, and that's what I've done. I mean, it's just you do a little bit, you figure out a little bit, and then the next time it's like, oh yeah, I should have done that too, or oh, I could have tried this. And that's where you get to where then you can do what we did this time, which was a lot more than we've done ever before, really.
Yeah. As we wrap up, let me say one last thing on the Facebook ads, because Mark asked a great question. What's that one ad you would run? When you're starting out, your budget's tight, and you don't have a big list to target. One of the reasons why I love just doing retargeting of opt-ins or retargeting of people who hit the sales page is it might only be, let's just say go small, it might only be 50 people, 30 people. You couldn't spend more than $10 if you tried. Right. So you're going to spend $10, maybe 15 if it was a little bit higher. You might only spend $3 or $4, and you close one sale. So in the case of Tribe, that was a $798.80 commission. You spent $10 to make $800.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's a good. And the cool thing is, it's an immediate ROI. Now, yeah, you get paid your commission, say 30 days later. But unlike getting him on the front end of the funnel where you might spend $400, $500, $600 and not know if any of them are going to convert, you can virtually guarantee if you, over the course of 6 months, let's just say for 6 different affiliate offers, let's say you retarget 50 people per offer. That's 300 people that you retarget. If you pay $1 a click and a third of them click, you're going to spend $100. I guarantee you, unless you're promoting the totally wrong products, like the price is too low, I guarantee you you will make at least one sale. You spend 100, you make 800. It's an 800% ROI. That's why if I can only run one, that would be the one, because you're virtually guaranteed to actually make some money.
Yeah.
That's why I love those. So guys,
make sure, one last thing. Sorry, Matt.
One last thing
is just make sure that you're using, if they use Infusionsoft, it's easy to create an ad. Make sure you're doing something to track. So use a separate link. If you're using Pretty Link, which is what we use, you can use a separate Pretty Link.
There, yeah.
But do that, because otherwise you're just running blind and you have no idea whether somebody bought through the ad or not. So
yeah, do something to make sure you can track. I know like ClickFunnels, which is what we use, it's just a little appendage to the ad, and it's like ad equals Facebook. Yep. And then you could even do more, like ad equals Facebook 1, Facebook 2, and you could do stuff like that. Ad equals, email, ad equals, sidebar ad, whatever it is. It's just, it's so easy to do. If you know how to edit a URL, which most of us know how to do that, you can do that. So yeah, definitely do that, so you're not flying blind. Guys, thank you so much. Again, we covered our best affiliate promotion ever. We're going to do another Facebook Live next week. Don't know when yet, but if you want to be the first to know and make sure that you don't miss out on that, it's going to be a good one. mattmcwilliams.com/FB chat. Make sure you go there and get the notifications. And then let's see what else. Make sure you check out the workshop. What is that link? Is it noproductnoproblem.com/workshop?
It is.
Okay, good. Because if it's something else, I don't know what it is.
If it's something else, go create that one real quick, right?
Yeah, go create that one. noproductnoproblem.com/workshop. Get signed up for our upcoming No Product No Problem workshop. We're going to teach you how to get started with affiliate marketing, start monetizing your platform. So go check that out. We start on May 29th. So put that on your calendar, circle it. We've got so much awesome stuff coming during that workshop. We're like testing the limits of just how much free content we can give away that's never been free before in many cases. So make sure you go check out the workshop, get signed up so you don't miss out on May 29th. And we'll see you next week on our next Facebook Live. Take care, guys.
See you guys.
Bye. That was so much fun. Oh my goodness. That was so awesome to be able to share that stuff. Literally it was our best ever. And we like to brag on ourselves, but also we want you to be able to take what we did and apply it to your business. That's the point of sharing. So make sure you subscribe and share. Speaking of sharing, make sure you subscribe to our podcast, wherever you subscribe to your podcast. Make sure you share with a friend so that they can get this information too and help them take their business and their promotions to the next level. And don't forget, again, if you're listening before May 29th at 8 a.m., our No Product, No Problem workshop, our once a year affiliate training starts tomorrow at 8 a.m. Now, if you're listening after 8 a.m. on May 29th, you can just jump right in. But either way, you either want to save your seat or you want to jump right in at noproductnoproblem.com/workshop. So I've got a link to that in the notes as well. Make sure that you get signed up and do not miss out on this workshop. And with that, I will see you in the next episode. Thank you so much for listening today. Remember to check out all of our deep dives into affiliate marketing at theaffiliateguy.tv. And if you have a question, you can ask it at asktheaffiliateguy.com. Who knows? Might end up being featured on this podcast.